We gotta airlift the little pug.
It's Little Pug time on the podcast now.
Little Pug time
on
in
the
the
podcast now.
Going
Little
to the
Tony time
sphere.
in the podcast now. We're going to the sphere and Tony's staying home.
What if you're looking up at the sphere, like, and you just see his face?
I would cry.
A
I would
vision.
break down and crying.
I think you'll receive that vision even if no one else sees it.
Yeah.
Of just him going.
I'll cry. I'm going. I definitely am going to cry this weekend.
Just being at the dead.
Being at the dead, yeah. There's usually a moment where, like, during the concert, something will hit me and I'll just weep.
And so this is Mayer's last show? With Dead and Company?
We don't know that.
Okay.
He billed the last tour as their that was all billed as the final tour. Like, this is it. Like, that's the end of the line. That's why I shelled and was like, I have to
In San Fran.
do it up. Yeah, in SF.
And
But now they're like they just even added more shows at the Sphere.
And he's playing in it.
Yeah, he's playing the Jerry Garcia parts.
Does he sing?
Oh, yeah. He is raw talent. Like,
yeah.
unreal. Was born to be the person that he is right now. Like, it's like cosmic.
Wow. Do you think Jerry Garcia like possessed him?
I think Jerry is really happy that he's doing it. What I love about the band is that they've been at it for so long, and it's kind of like the music never stops. Like, there's new people will step in and like keep the memories and the shows going, and that's very much like in the culture of the band. So it's really cool. It would be like if we died and then someone else just kept doing Sexy Unique podcasts, like with the spirit of us. Which now that I'm thinking about it, should definitely happen.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I like can't relate. But but I've grown to love them through the proxy of like you and like just seeing content on social media of like woke people. It's funny. And like seeing Nancy Pelosi at the Sphere.
Yeah, you've asked.
I've seen camp in it.
What's that about? Oh, it's camp.
I think
you and Simon should go to a show at the Sphere. That would be the best place to see them.
Yeah.
You do not need to like, you don't even feel FOMO. Like, I've been at shows sober.
Yeah.
And I feel no fucked up FOMO.
No, I think Simon would love it. I think.
And the music is legit good.
No, it's good.
It's not like it's like when you hear jam band, you think like, oh my God, a song that goes on so long and I pray that it will stop, and it never stops. But it's not like that with them.
When I hear my fight or flight activates when someone says jam band to me.
I know.
It's literally like, it just reminds me of like straight guy hell, and I literally head for the hills.
It was me trying to be cool in high school and be like, I love Widespread, like let's go see a Widespread Panic show, and then like listening to Fish and being like, I hate this music.
Or like the String Cheese incident.
String Cheese actually though I saw as an adult, and they fucking rock too.
And Disco Biscuits.
No, that's a no for me.
That's a no for me, dog.
String Cheese though, it's like legit, like very good bluegrass, but like, yeah, but the Dead, it's more like a rock. It's like a rock concept.
No, I like rock. But I'm happy on your 40th birthday that you get to.
I get to like melt face at a Sphere.
Yeah, and like ride with Jerry into the Sphere sunset.
I'm gonna be like riding high. I'm really excited. I got in my groove and was like listening to my Sirius XM channel in the car, and like I was just like, it's gonna be great to be back.
Do you think there will be Deadheads on the flight?
I'm sure. You always see them like going to or coming back, and you're like, great show.
I would love, you know how you've seen those like chilling videos where like Swifties take over a plane?
Mm-hmm.
What if there's a Deadhead takeover? What would that look like?
Should I start that on the flight tonight?
Everyone's just kind of like, nah. The flight attendant, everyone just being like, what? Like half the plane just being like, what the fuck are these people?
I'm trying to think like what song we would need to like sing. You just sing like Casey Jones or something like recognizable to most people. It's like, I'm sure you've heard this song. It's like, riding that train, high on cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Casey Jones. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember hearing that as a teen and being like, this is so fucking cool. And then being like, I gotta do blow now. And then doing lots of blow.
Fish just triggers me.
Oh, for sure. You
Fish
will
is-
not find me.
Fish is
You
literally
will not find me at a fish show.
give me a crucifix.
Them like jumping on trampolines, like playing their music, bouncing balls around and being like,
Or some fish heads listening are gonna be pissed.
I know. But they know it's goofy fucking music for goofy people.
It's like
They love it. They love the goof troop. It's the goof
I don't like
troop.
goofs.
I don't like goof. You know what?
Save
I like
your
to
goofs.
lol, but I don't like goofy shit.
No, it's like you just said it was like the Wiggles.
It's the Wiggles for fucking drug addicts.
Didn't one of them die?
A member of Fish?
Yeah,
I don't know. Many members of the dead have passed.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can't rat. You live
Fallen
that hard.
soldiers.
You live hard. Didn't Jerry die like a while ago?
He died in 95. R.I.P. King.
And does he have kids?
Yeah.
Did they ever show up?
They're like less involved than you think they would be. Sometimes they show up, but like they like run his estate.
Do you think they're making bank still?
I think they're making they're making coin off of like his likeness. Like
That's-
they're doing like, I saw last year a merch collaboration with like a golfing company, and I was like, damn, I hope you got paid handsomely for this, because this man was no golfer.
Well, that's also like when I see like Keith Haring Target stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's pandering to like target gays. And
Well,
this kind of stuff is pandering to like deadhead boomers with disposable.
gays.
Yeah.
yeah. I saw a friend sent me merch, Target charcuterie pride collection that said it's giving charcuterie.
A shirt that said that?
No, like a literal board.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
Is it like when you eat all of it, it says that on the bottom?
Yeah.
I
It's
kind of
giving.
like that.
I like it.
It's giving.
It's
giving meat.
Speaking of likeness,
Speak on it.
you sent me
I sent you a Reddit.
well,
a
Kate
subreddit.
Middleton. I saw an article yesterday that said Kate Middleton has been spotted doing errands since her cancer reveal. Errands solo and with family. But again, no pictures, no proof. This is all word of mouth. We have to trust the palace is probably behind all this. We're
That's
just
literally like who it picks or it didn't happen.
no, for real
in
at
this
this
economy. Like what?
point, after everything they put us through as a globe and then made us all feel guilty about speculating, which like, okay, it's very sad that this woman is going through that, but like, don't again, like I say, do not shame me for speculating on a public princess
no.
when there was weird, nefarious AI shit going on. But
Also, just be real.
be real, but also them being like, oh, she's out doing errands at Tesco, and it's like,
Okay,
let me see.
Yeah, I
At
don't
this
believe
point,
it.
I don't believe it. And then you sent me a Reddit that's all about devoted to just like the continued.
Where is she?
Where is she? And there was a fucking insane video that
They are having a bit galaxy brain in that subreddit, which I have to shout out to actually like a member of the Patreon who linked me to that.
Yeah.
But like, I like where their brains are going.
Oh, me too.
They're
No,
creative.
I'm obsessed with it. But there's a theory that William stood in for Kate for that cancer video, and
It's important.
yeah. So and then it was sort of like AI traced over him, and honestly, in the video, I'm like,
You're like, no.
let's see.
Might not have sound.
I was then just imagining William sitting like prim, like trying to body Kate.
Yeah. They brought up a good point in that sub, which was that Charlene, Princess of Monaco, when she was like dealing with all her shit, that palace handled it relatively well.
They admitted it, right?
Like they didn't say like she's in the insane asylum, but they were like
Which she was, right?
I think there was some sort of like psychiatric intervention, They were like, she is like hanging with in South Africa with elephants. And then they were like, and now she's like in hospital battling exhaustion. They pulled like a Lindsay Nicole 2007 exhaustion, Misha Barton type of vibe.
Classic.
Which is a classic go-to. Exhaustion tells everyone exactly what they need to know.
And also says, back the fuck off.
Yeah, she's exhausted.
And we're like, all right.
And you're like, yes.
Never underestimate the power of saying you're exhausted, because people will back off. If you're like, I'm exhausted and I'm battling it, and everyone will be like, all right.
When I hear about a gorgeous diva being treated for exhaustion, I go, she fucking did that.
She did that.
And I go, get well soon, cunt.
But this gorgeous diva is being seen like we're supposed to believe that she's doing errands with no proof. Why is there no proof?
Why
somewhere
even say anything?
Someone somewhere. I have to just say this. Someone somewhere. If you're and they're going to these little village, they live out in like the fucking boondocks, so like they're going to these little like village squares. Someone has, even if there's like everyone giving them courtesy, they're the fucking royal family. If
I don't
it's
believe
basically it. If Princess Kate was walking, I take my phone out and I would fucking film her. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere will have a footage.
I think you need to go boots on the ground in the village.
Well, maybe if we ever go to London for a tour, we can go investigate. I'm gonna be Gaga.
We're gonna go do a documentary.
I'm gonna go do like Gaga, like when she went to the Capitol and investigated for herself after the insurrection. Remember, she said, "I went for my." That's gonna be me in like Tesco Village upon Thames.
It's gonna be like Mauricio investigating Israel, and then we're gonna go and investigate.
That picture.
We're like, we too are going to deal with some really heavy duty investigations. AKA, we're going to go find out which village Kate's
he was
in.
Smiling in that photo.
It was bizarre.
But I'm just like, Kate, I'm not going this far where I think it's like AI William. I think she's clear. I think she has cancer.
Yeah.
And I think she's very sick. And I think she's like hopefully on the mend. But I don't believe that she's out and about. And why would she need to be? I don't need her to be. If
You're telling me that this bitch is like,
chemo.
God, I'm out of milk. I'm going to go grab some at the store.
I'll be right back. No, they're not going to like. What?
No. Running errands.
Running errands with chemo when your immunity is like, what, at like 0? And
running errands when you're a princess. You are literally one of the most elite people in the world. Even going back to that like scary video, which I'm still needs an explanation. That video where her face was changing. I'm sorry. Till the day I die, I will think that's fake and weird and like. But it definitely was.
But why was
you believed it at first though?
I wanted to believe because I was worried about my girl.
Send it to me, baby.
I know. I was very send it to me, Kate, because I was worried about my
You literally like right now
her.
Someone could go Kate Middleton
spotted in
Ohio.
Show it to me,
baby. Where?
But that broke me. That broke my brain, and I still am like, why was there no in that Christmas village, whatever the fuck they were? Why was there no other footage?
Because it was fake.
Just it was like the devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm. It's dark out there.
Anyway,
the truth still unknown. Many unknown things. Oh my God, we didn't talk about Northwest in The Lion King.
Oh my God, wait. Really, really fast. Speaking of Ohio, I'm just gonna say it. An Ohio billionaire is planning to take another submersible down to the Titanic.
Honestly, slay. Billionaires, like the only thing that you really can't do, I guess, when you're like really, really rich,
is die.
It's the last
frontier.
It's like control. I guess it's like it is. It's like you really need to. It's the final frontier. Dying at the bottom of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're really, really rich and you have everything money can buy and it's still not enough, you take to the sea. You take to the sea, ocean floors.
Yeah, I guess it's like to triumph over death is sort of the final. I mean, that's what like Brian, what's his name, is doing.
Yeah, but is that from the Wall Street Journal article that I sent you? Or is that a different article?
This was on E! News.
I read this whole piece in the Wall Street Journal about the the business of submersibles was like shaken to its core after fucking that one Titan imploded. But now they're pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, and the billionaires are coming back to go on the submersibles. So I'm glad to see that like they will take to the ocean floor once again.
He's trying to prove, his name is Larry Connor. He's teaming up with Triton Submarines co-founder Patrick Leahy. And like you said, they said there's been a chilling effect on the industry of submersibles.
Titan imploding was their COVID.
Yeah. That was like their 9/11.
Their 9/11 and the submersible biz.
We had a client, a wonderful man, Patrick Leahy recalled of Connor. He called me up and said, you know, what we need to do is build a sub that can dive to Titanic level depths repeatedly and safely and demonstrate to the world that you guys can do it. Here's the thing. There's not a huge contingent of the population, I don't think, that's like jonesing to know if submarines can go to the bottom.
I have to admit I'm a little bit jonesing.
Okay.
I would say like if you tell me that something is totally safe and it's like approved, because there's like a process where these submersibles are approved by like a society that has kind of safety sanctions, and the Titan one was not approved by this like society.
Right.
But these other ones like go through a more rigorous safety and approvals process. I mean, if I had billions of dollars and you told me, not like I'm not like trying to get in a tin can, but like these submersibles look chic, and if I had the money and you were like 50th B-Day trip to the ocean floor to see the Titanic, I'd kind of be like, yeah.
Well, this Triton, he's putting $20 million into it, I guess.
Seems like not enough.
It can dive up to 4,000 meters, 200 meters deeper than the Titanic. So that's even, you're going to he went to into the Mariana Trench. I mean, James Cameron did that.
But with like a drone, right?
No, he went to the Challenger depth alone. He took a thing and he spent years getting it approved, but he went down. You should watch the video if you're jonesing.
Okay, I'm jonesing.
Watch it tonight.
You know what? I am in a place.
The eve of your birthday.
I am in a place of needing to watch like a lot of YouTubes about the ocean floor.
He goes down in like a thing that looks like a weird telescope. It almost looks like, and he's
like a cylinder.
Yeah, like a cylinder upright, and he's in it, and then he takes it all the way down. It takes hours for him to get to 36,000 feet, and then
alone in a cylinder would be really difficult for me psychologically.
And he's like, you know, he's in the cockpit or whatever, and he is just like hovering just above the ground.
Oh my God, I'm getting like stressed out thinking about it being in a cylinder at the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Absolutely dark. And he's like, somehow you can tell he's a little afraid, but
yeah, what if you just get stuck down there? What if they're like, we can't get you back up?
No, but he did it the right way, where he got through the Society of whatever. What is it? The Society of Submersibles, the Society of Extraordinary Submersibles. But he got it approved, and like, you know, James Cameron also like designed things in the abyss that the Navy then used. Did you know this?
He's a genius.
No, he's a genius. So he was like, about when Titan Gate was happening, Ocean Gate was happening, he was like, they were idiots.
Yeah.
He's like, I knew they were dead from the second they were.
He was like, I'll slap a hoe.
But yeah, I have no desire to go to the icy depths in any kind of contraption. You could tell me that it's the most safe thing in the world. I would rather be on a Boeing plane that's new and has not been like approved than to the icy depths.
You'd rather be on a Boeing plane. Yeah. With
like a Boeing plane where they're like, we'll see what happens. I would trust that more than taking to the icy depths.
I trust the icy depths more than Boeing.
The vacuum?
Now. I just also realized I need to look up what the plane is that I'm flying to Vegas, because I realized if it's a Boeing, I'm in an exit row and I'm going to need to change that. I'm not trying to have it because the door.
Oh, I think you'll be okay. I think exit row is the best place to be. on a Boeing.
But a door flying off randomly, that's a suck out.
Yeah, but like the last time someone was sucked out, it was through a window.
I know, but the only reason no one was sucked out in the door is because no one was sitting in that row when the door flew off. I like to sit in the window seat of the door aisle.
It's like a 20-minute flight.
If I get sucked the fuck out of this fucking plane,
I'll sue.
Please.
We'll do a class action.
Class action. Everyone needs to listen to the pod. You use it.
I'll get money.
No, you use it to your advantage. I'm saying milk it for literally all it's worth. Like, I want you to be a billionaire by like 10 years from now, based on my Boeing death.
Your friend, like all your friends, we will band together and like
milk it.
Become billionaires. Get
all the money you can out of it. Exploit everything, but always make me like look good. That's all I ask.
I would rather be sucked out. I would rather, like, if I'm gonna fall to my death, I'd rather be like kind of free falling than being turned to putty in the icy depths. And I will keep saying icy depths.
I don't want to free fall. I don't want to get sucked out of a plane and be strapped to a huge heavy seat and then be like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then I guess I would unbuckle. I don't know. I'd heart attack.
Lara, imagine knowing the Titan when they knew something was wrong for about a half hour before they.
Why didn't they start coming back up?
I think there's something about, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you come up too fast, can't you get the bends?
Yeah, but like once you hear a creak.
But imagine the terror of being that far deep, looking into your father's eyes and seeing your father be like.
Someone should make a movie that's just real time of the last like hour and a half.
No.
That would be a really fucking good movie. That is true terror and horror.
Those texts that they sent where they were like, still hearing that noise.
Were those real?
They were real,
those are
girl.
Fake.
No, we read them on our show.
I think they were fake.
They were fake?
Yeah. I think we got fooled.
Okay.
You're an earth baby. You're an earth sign. Taurus.
Yeah, I love
boots on the ground.
I love the sea. I just don't want to go down. Okay, sorry about Northwest. And then we'll talk about.
She positively
BTR.
did not slay as young Simba.
She's not a star.
Okay,
Sorry.
I think that she is not a star of the stage.
No.
But I think that, what she's doing on TikTok is really fascinating to me. And I think that there's something to be said for like her on film or like doing kind of like artsy video stuff.
Sure.
And I think that's a totally different skill set. But on stage,
she flopped.
It was, she was getting upstaged by like the security guard in the video.
So at the Hollywood Bowl, I think this last weekend, they had a 30-year anniversary of The Lion King, and they had many cast members come out and like sing the songs, and then a bunch of the Broadway dancers come out, and it was like a big play. Yeah. She played Simba in I Just Can't Wait to Be King, and she was really bad. Shockingly bad. I mean, she's 10. I'm being a bitch, but also she sucks.
When you see like videos of Beyonce when she's really young, or like Britney Spears, and you're like, damn, that's a star.
Or like Madonna's daughter who's voguing on like incredibly on stage, and Blue Ivy is killing. Like, I'm sorry, you have tough.
You gotta like rehearse and like hit your marks and know. She just looked really confused and like didn't know where she was going. She wasn't projecting like stage confidence, and
it
was really pitchy.
It just sounds like a kid like singing it in the car with
It's
their
school
mom.
play.
Not.
You're like, not in my school.
Not my school play. You know, and it's like they're in the audience, Kim, and I think Kanye was in the audience.
They're
like,
filming it for the show.
And it's like...
So it's really just in service of something else, but it's also just like...
And everyone's pissed about like the nepotism of it all. And it's like, okay, aside from that, like it's just... And you see like adults trying to like, you know, be professional and just like continue acting and not act like...
I know, but she's getting like upstaged by like backup dancers.
Well, yeah, but some of these backup dancers probably went to like
they're
Juilliard.
like Broadway trained.
Yeah, or like Tisch, and are like, you know, having to like back up Northwest, and it's, you know, and I'm like, this is a child. She's like innocent, and like ultimately, her family set her up. I wouldn't have let my kid do it.
No.
It feels very like Marie Antoinette when she would like force people to watch her do plays. Do you know that?
It is very like the royals forcing you to like participate in their weird games.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, who gives a shit, honestly, at the end of the day? Like, we can all continue living our lives and Northwest is 10. But like, I don't hold her at fault.
No.
But I do hold her at fault a little for being untalented.
I hold her at fault a little for like
being
not
annoying.
really trying.
No, and for that she must...
Or for like giving like a C- C effort to what could have been like
a star-making performance.
Yeah, or just like a means to impress. It's like, did you like rehearse this?
No.
You would think that it's like a lot of rehearsal and preparation would go into something.
If I were Kim...
It's just giving like a kid who's been given an opportunity that doesn't understand like the gravitas of the situation.
If I were Kim, I mean, Kanye's sort of becomes a bit of a pariah, but he still has a lot of influence and reverence. If these were my parents and they had the connections they did, I would be like, I'd hire like, you know, an acting coach or like the best acting coach out there, or like a Broadway, you know, famous like fucking I've had Bernadette Peters tutoring.
But you know what? Maybe I'm now thinking, because Kanye's brought her out to like sing at Paris Fashion Week, which was also like underwhelming, and like she's kind of like,
you have your chances.
I'm almost like, is this like the new wave of performance, is like just really mid to bad, and that's like your brand? Like you are not good, therefore you're actually like incredible and groundbreaking.
But
because it's consistent. It's not like she got better. It's not like her stage presence
she's gotten worse.
Like improved since the Paris. It's like it still is pretty bad.
Is this in general, or is it if you're like parents or billionaires?
I'm just like in general. This is like a new wave of like performance style.
No, but I do think it's, as nepotism goes further and further like younger, and we start seeing like younger, you know what I mean? Is it gonna get worse?
Maybe. I mean, to have a father like Kanye, like you really have to like slay to like match. It's like, that's why it would be so difficult.
Like, I'm
to
sure Kanye
have a parent who is like Beyonce or Kanye West or like any performer, because you're like, they do it so well.
And you know, Kanye was watching, kind of like, fuck. Sorry.
I mean, you would think. I just don't see how you could be like really proud of that. Sorry.
No, me neither. Like,
if that were my kid, I'd be like embarrassed. I'd be like, ugh.
I just thought like when Blue Ivy, there was some she has integrity, and like she got better and better as the tour went on, it seemed like, from all the videos.
I only watched that first one and I was a little bit underwhelmed.
No, but by the end she was slaying. And I think Madonna's daughter, the twins, Estelle, and one of them is voguing. Let me find out who. Esther. Esther and Estelle. Esther's fucking she's literally like killing it. She's voguing.
I love that.
She's probably like 8 or 9 and she's fucking.
You know who can really dance?
Who?
Fucking Shiloh Jolie Pitt is
Really?
like a legitimate, like amazing dancer. She dances like kind of like expressive hip hop dancing.
Really?
I've seen some videos online and I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
She would have been a great, like,
Anyone.
this is just what I'm saying. It's just really giving like someone was like, okay, go do this. And it's like, okay, bah! And then like leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. You're proud of that?
Do better.
Do better.
Step it up. Sorry,
Step your
North.
pussies up with your fucking kids. With your damn untalented kids. You're going to shove them down our throat? You better make sure they're doing the grapevine, practicing.
Crystal Minkoff's gay husband was watching, who like directed The Lion King, and was probably like, "Fuck."
I was wondering if he was there.
Oh, I think he was there.
Okay, we got to get into
Okay, sorry.
the reason for everything.